see the defending world champion Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Here's Tatum. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
From downtown, and the Celtics another three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the middle. Pass to Holmgren, and taken away by Brown. To the paint, pulls it up, and he can't bank that one in. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
The kick out to Williams. Launches it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Tatum. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
But how about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game. Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Holmgren. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for Chet Holmgren.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
That one falls.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
It's stolen by Brown. The kick out to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Holiday. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. Caruso with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Here's Holiday. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Holiday. No scoring in this one. It's to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 15. Caruso grabs the miss.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
Down low. Outside Porzingis. That 3 off the mark. Thunder trailing by 5. Inside. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Williams. Now here's Holmgren. He's covered by Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it? I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Now here is Holiday. Down low. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Porzingis. That shot, no good. Good D by Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the middle. The shake. And Holmgren lays it in. Holmgren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Back to Holiday. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Pass to Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Tatum with it. Holmgren with the steal. All going up court. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander to the paint. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis.
Okay, might be young, but that's a grown man finish from Mr. Holmgren. Right on the defense.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Holmgren in the corner. Over Porzingis.
What great defensive effort there from Porzingis to get an arm out to contest that shot.
Outside Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Williams a screen. Pocket 6. Back to Caruso. Here's Holmgren. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Brown outside. To the inside. Tatum. Through contact. Tatum.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Oklahoma City making a change here. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Out to Wallace. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hartenstein. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
And so Hartenstein nails both of them. And here's Holiday. He has yet to score. Top of the key, Hartenstein. Dort, wide open. Second chance shot. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Oklahoma City out in front as they end the second quarter on a 14-4 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Holiday with it. Outside, White. Got a piece of it. Screen by Porzingis. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Outside Tatum. That's to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Can't get it to fall. The Thunder lead by 3. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with it.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics. Screen by Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Higgins outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Two minutes into the second half of play now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin, Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Pat David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Wallace outside. Stolen by Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Tatum. Down low. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. And now that's 11 points for Porzingis. And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Shot clock at 5. Tatum with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. The Thunder with the lead. And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Brown outside. Back to Porzingis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Brown with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Just to Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Absolutely incredible what Kristaps Porzingis can do. He's over 7 feet. He's got an all-around game, and he's getting to every aspect of it right now.
Now Tatum. He's got 7. Five on the clock. The 3 ball. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
They set the screen to end the run. Now here's Holmgren. 15 points in the game. Outside Tatum. The third quarter comes to a close. Boston on top, up by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Caruso. There's a screen by Williams. Holmgren wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. It's White on the wing. Outside Tatum. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And stolen by Williams. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Pass to White. Back to Holiday. Inside. It's stolen by Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup missed. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
I'll tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Celtics leading by 4. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Chet Holmgren. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Fires from 18. Goes back up. Another shot. The kick out to Holiday. And it's Jason Tatum with a three.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Back to Williams. On the wing, Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. No good from the wing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Screen by Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Fires for three. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And we're trailing by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Good on the three-point shot.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, happy.
Jason Tatum continues to emerge, guys, as one of the most elite players on both ends. We know on the offensive end he's a dangerous three-level scorer. He's also capable of locking you up defensively.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Here's Williams. Great D that time from Tatum. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Jason Tatum.
And so he drops them both. It's a 9-point ball game here. Now the Thunder with it. They set the pick. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the bucket. And here's White. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. A finish. Money.
My goodness, Lou Dort in the clutch. We see you, young sir.
32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Holiday looking for an opening. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Offline from the top of the key. Missed. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And stolen by White. Outside, Porzingis. Here he goes. Rebound by Williams. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. I did catch up with the Thunder's head coach. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Dort wide open. Off target with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Nice ball work there, and Porzingis finds his hands, and then the ball finds the hoop.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander following Porzingis' three. Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Dort. Fires the three. Drops in the tray.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your three.
Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Holiday. Caruso with the steal. Dort with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Offensive rebound. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
And you love how Tatum uses that long wingspan to really distract shooters. Great job contesting without fouling on that one.
Inside, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Porzingis has got 7 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Williams, guarded by Tatum. Holmgren wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And the foul on Drew Holiday.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Beyond the arc. The Thunder with another miss.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You can hear the coaches from the sideline saying, stay down. You can't fall for the pump fake, but Porzingis adept at it there.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No scoring in this one. To the paint. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Drills the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 11 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Boston on top, up by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second.
Timeout.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Boston.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. You know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Brown, no good. Oklahoma City trailing. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Drew Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. It's stolen by Dort. Pass to Williams. Poked away. Porzingis with the steal. Here's White. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Back to Porzingis. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Porzingis looking it over to the middle. And stolen by Caruso.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Outside, Dort. 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Celtics trailed by 3. Holiday goes in. Williams with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Oklahoma City moving it around. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Williams. Over Tatum. Williams' shot is off. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Here's Porzingis. Misses, and the dry spell continues. The Thunder leading by 3. Caruso looking for an opening. Outside, Dort. And the 3 ball is good. Dort got 9.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He could be really effective at any position on the floor.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Caruso. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Caruso's got the lead back up to 6 now for Oklahoma City. Here's Tatum. And Tatum hammers it home.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked by Williams. And the rejection by Tatum.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to White. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 15 points for Porzingis.
And the coaching staff better alert their defense to Porzingis and how comfortable he is right now on offense.
Hartenstein with it. Screen by Hartenstein. 5 on the clock. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot from 20 feet away. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Porzingis can't hit.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Over in the corner, Caruso. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. Over in the corner, White. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Outside, White. From past the arc.
And the wingspan coming into play for SGA, just getting on top of that one.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Holiday can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Thunder with the lead. Down low. Here's Hartenstein to the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Tatum. Dort grabs the miss. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. It's stolen by White. Pass to Holiday. And the foul called on Jalen Williams.
Timeout,
and that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. The kick out to Holiday. Tatum a screen. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Here's Hartenstein, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hartenstein's got 5.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Holiday. Oh, good with the triple. The Thunder leading by 5. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Hartenstein. Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Hartenstein. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Substitution for your Thunder. Chet Holmgren. Cambridge Williams. Aaron Wiggins. Isaiah Jones. Celtics call timeout. Thunder fans, here comes your Oklahoma City crew.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. "16 seconds left to play in the third. There's a screen by Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The kick out to Brown. Tatum wide open. He fired. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And we just... We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Now, Caruso. Outside Williams. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A three from Porzingis. The Thunder pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
And the Thunder with the possession here. 3-point lead. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the screen. Clock at 6. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked by Williams. There's the triple. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. To the paint.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn, and they're not wrong. His terrific stature and his shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And here now the Thunder. It's a one-point game. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. And Boston with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Tatum a screen.
Appreciate Drew Holiday getting shifty there on the inside to draw the contact.
17 foul. At the line for the Celtics, Drew Holiday.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Pass to Holmgren and taken away by Brown. Now here's Porzingis. Dort grabs the miss. Here's Caruso. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Williams outside.
You see the rest of the team just feeding off of what Drew Holiday is giving them defensively.
Outside Porzingis. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Driving the lane. That one good for 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming through big time. You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Right wing. Porzingis inside. Knocks it loose. Caruso with the steal. Here's Holmgren. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for homegrown. They needed that basket.
To Porzingis. Now White. Right side Porzingis. To the middle. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Caruso. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, he was very encouraging toward his guys. He said, look, you're working hard out there, but I need you to keep doing that. Crucial point right here. Give me everything you have so you can expect intensity out of this other guys.
Thank you, David.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Launches a three. And Tatum pulls it down. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Down low, Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Missed. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Baird.